How's it going, you guys? So today I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of different forms of vegan diets. So whenever we talk about vegan diets, we can really be talking about multiple different things. So there's raw veganism, there's high carb, low fat, 80-10-10 style. Then there is the starch solution. Then there's high fat, low carb vegan diets. They have ketogenic vegan diets. But I'm going to be focusing on two main sectors of veganism, mainly because they're forms of veganism that I did extensively years ago when I was doing vegan diets and when I thought that veganism was like the best thing on the planet. And also because they're the two main forms and they're the two biggest differences, okay? So, raw veganism. If you're a raw vegan, this is gonna piss you off, but you need to hear this. So, there's very, very few raw vegans who can sustain the diet long term without dying. And the vast majority of people, well, without being extremely malnourished, and the vast majority of raw vegans that actually last a long time actually take a large amount of different types of supplements and still experience different problems, okay? So you have Gabriel Cousens, and he's like the pioneer of raw veganism, next to Dr. Doug Graham, I suppose, but he's a complete quack. And Cousens, I'm probably not saying his name right, has been said to actually take many different supplements. I heard from different people who went to his retreats or his seminars, people who actually worked with him for months at a time. They said that he takes over $1,000 in supplements each month, something like that. Now, whether that's true or not, we don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me considering, pretty much all vegans have to rely on at least one or two, maybe three different types of supplements to really make it work. But even then, they run into problems without extensive supplementation, especially long term. But raw veganism, the pros of raw veganism is it can definitely clean out your body in the short term. So the people that reverse diseases with raw vegan diets, there's a very simple explanation for this, and it's just basic biology. So most illnesses are caused by oxidative stress, which is the precursor to inflammation. So you could basically think of it as metabolic stress or metabolic damage. Okay, like most people, they go their entire life eating a bunch of junk, breathing in a bunch of toxic pollutants in the air, and just being stressed mentally and physically. And it damages your body. It causes free radicals. You can think of this as free radical damage, metabolic damage, physical stress, oxidative stress, or simply oxidation, but it is damage to your cells nonetheless. And the cellular damage needs to be repaired. And inflammation is actually the process that the body goes through to repair wounds and damage of all kinds. The same kind of inflammation you see on the skin, well, not exactly, but when you see, like swelling on your skin anytime you get cut or stabbed or wounded, that inflammation is warmth, blood flow, and circulation that is meant to heal the area. So inflammation is really a healing process, and it's meant to heal any kind of cellular damage or metabolic stress or oxidation. Antioxidants are to repair the free radicals and speed up the process of inflammation. So when you see, swelling or inflammation, usually as soon as you get injured, it starts to get really, really bad. It swells up, and then the inflammation goes down. It goes down until the wound is sealed, right? Anytime you have inflammation, that's the process. It gets worse and worse, and then it hits a point where it starts to go down. The swelling goes down, inflammation goes down. Well, antioxidants are a huge part of that, and a number of other nutrients that form collagen, protein, etc., amino acids, the building blocks of the body, in addition to amino acids, in the presence of the cofactors required for healing, which would be, different vitamins, minerals, and things that science has yet to find. These things heal the body. So, without straying too far away from the point, what I'm trying to say is antioxidants are imperative for neutralizing free radicals and oxidation. And so a raw vegan diet actually floods the body with antioxidants. Or, scientifically, let's just say, to be accurate, you're consuming boatloads of antioxidants through fruits and vegetables, right? And so, of course, when you flood your body with antioxidants, it's going to have a lot of firepower to go to war with illness and disease, okay? Antioxidants are like your team of soldiers that are meant to destroy the enemy, and the enemy is free radicals, and free radicals cause illness. So antioxidants are your body's greatest ally against free radicals. So, and obviously a lot of people don't know this, especially because of the vegan propaganda with homocysteine, but animal products actually help to boost your body's own endogenous antioxidant systems, such as glutathione. When you take in lots of cysteine, methionine, choline, and B vitamins, those are all the precursors that your body takes to create glutathione. And glutathione, along with superoxide dismutase, those are your body's internal antioxidant systems that are even more powerful than exogenous, dietary antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A, carotenoids, etc. So animal products can actually boost your body's super powerful antioxidants that reside inside of us. Vegans like to say, when you eat animal products, you're eating cysteine and methionine, which increases homocysteine levels. But guess what, guys? Homocysteine is a precursor to glutathione. So if you have all the cofactors that are found in like egg yolks and whole animal products, choline, vitamin B6, etc., they convert homocysteine, which is inflammatory, into glutathione, which is powerfully anti-inflammatory. Anyway, so raw vegan diets increase your body's firepower to neutralize free radicals, okay? When you eat lots and lots of super potent fruits and vegetables, which, by the way, there actually is lab data on dietary antioxidant content of different foods, and the highest amounts of antioxidants are found in medicinal herbs and dried herbs in general. For reference, I believe oregano has something like 5 to 10 times the antioxidants of blueberries. Dried oregano, I think it's actually 15 times the antioxidants of blueberries. It's pretty incredible. And I might link that data down below in the description. Very fascinating read for anyone who's interested in antioxidants. Anyway, raw vegan diets increase your body's exogenous antioxidant saturation and intake, so it has a lot more firepower to neutralize free radicals. I said that like 10 times. At the same time, raw veganism also floods your body with tons of fiber and water-soluble vitamins and minerals. Okay, lots of electrolytes, lots of hydration. And yes, of course, live enzymes, but it's questionable as to how much that matters, because whenever you eat raw foods, your stomach acid neutralizes a vast majority of the enzymes. If you've ever seen withered green vegetables, it's kind of what happens when you put green vegetables into your stomach acid. It basically cooks the vegetables, you can think of it. Not exactly though. Now fruits and vegetables and all plant foods actually don't get digested in your stomach. They actually get fermented in your colon by bacteria. And that's how probiotics are created. They're created by prebiotics, which are the fiber from plants. That's why you fart from plant foods. That's fermentation, that's rotting, which is a good thing. All these vegans saying, oh, like meat rats in your intestines. Actually, meat is completely turned to liquid in the stomach from protease enzyme and stomach acid. But plant foods actually are just chunks, whatever you chewed up, and they get digested in your intestines. So they actually are the ones that rot, and it's a good thing. So you're flooding your body with detoxifying and healing nutrients when you eat raw foods, okay? Raw foods are extremely, I'll just say detoxifying, but basically they increase the digestive capacity, and they're full of nutrients that boost the functioning of your liver and your gallbladder, which again increase your body's ability to excrete substances through the digestive tract, okay? When we talk about detoxification, it's nothing woo-woo. I hate these mainstream medical people who don't know what the fuck, detoxification really is. Like, oh, your body does a great job of detoxifying on its own. No, it doesn't. How many people do you know that are constipated on the standard American diet? Most people are. Most people that eat vegan, well, a lot of people on a vegan diet is constipated as well. Not everybody, but a lot of people, especially when they eat grains. So when you consume detoxifying herbs and you eat a diet meant to help your body detoxify, all that really means is increasing the functioning of your detoxifying organs, okay? When you take detoxifying herbs like dandelion and milk thistle, they just help your liver and your gallbladder flush out the digestive tract, okay? Increasing digestive fluids like bile and stomach acid and digestive enzymes, etc. Anyway, so if you understand what I'm saying and you took in all of that, you understand that a raw vegan diet is perfect for removing all sorts of substances from your body, okay? The problem is it creates deficiencies over time. This is the thing, is like, I'm completely aware of the healing power of a raw vegan diet, 100%. And I mean, Dr. Sebi's proved it himself. The problem is when people think, oh, this can heal cancer and heal disease, so it must be like the healthiest diet ever. When they think these things, this is where they run into problems. Any type of medicine, unless it's an adaptogen or a tonic herb, it's a medicine, okay? It's meant to help the body heal disease. Of course, pharmaceutical medication is not the same thing as natural herbs and healing. But we can think of it like whenever, you were a kid and your mom gave you a medicine, or a doctor prescribes a medicine, that's meant to help your body recover from a disease. Well, it should. Usually people are on medications their entire life, but it's meant to reverse the disease. So once you reverse the disease, you don't need the medicine anymore, or to treat a disease. Once you don't have the disease, you don't need the medicine anymore. You shouldn't. Mainstream medicine actually gets you hooked on drugs, so that was a bad example I was giving, bad comparison. But you get the picture though. Use a diet to heal disease, but listen, if you think for like the biggest con of a raw vegan diet especially is that people start to look like malnourished, homeless drug addicts over time when they consume this diet, okay? Most of these people are like, oh, I'm spiritual and like I'm having a spiritual awakening and like I'm cleansing my body of intercellular parasites and all this crap. That's complete nonsense. Really, like raw vegans are the biggest spears of bullshit. Like I just explained, biological reasons as to how, like that have been proven as to how raw vegan diets can heal the body, because they do. But raw vegans themselves, these gurus, they have these weird explanations. It's like they know that it heals, but they don't know how. Like, oh, it's alkaline, buddy. Oh, it's alkaline, buddy. Like, blah, blah. Like, no. It's alkaline. Your body needs to be alkaline. Your body has a mix of different levels of alkaline and acidity. The pH level in your body, it depends on what part of our body we're talking about. Anytime someone says, oh, your body needs to be alkaline, they're full of crap, okay? The blood needs to be slightly alkaline, but the stomach acid needs to be acidic. Different parts of your body require different pH levels. So there's no such thing as alkalizing your body, okay? What part of my body are you talking about? Because if you alkalize my stomach, my blood is going to be acidic. Anytime you change the pH balance of a certain part of the body, the rest of it has to compensate. Different levels for different parts of the body. That's the biggest thing about this whole, oh, the vegan diet heals because of alkalinity. No, it's not alkaline. Sorry, pH Miracle. Sorry, Dr. CB. Sorry, Doctor, all these people. Like, oh, the human body is electrical, man. Like, these raw vegan foods are electrical, bro. No, we are not the Shocker from Spider-Man. We are not Electro, okay? Sorry. We're not the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the Thunder Megazords, okay? We're not powered by thunder, okay? I'd love to see, like put your finger in a damn power outlet and see what happens. But the body does need electrolytes. That's a fact. And the raw vegan diet gives you plenty of those. Most people are deficient in minerals. Most people are extremely dehydrated. And a raw vegan diet can definitely help to restore that. So, we've got all sorts of weird reasoning with this whole raw vegan diet, but I'm here to just let you guys know the truth, okay? Science really matters, okay? Because if you start healing yourself, but then you have these, oh, this is the diet of God. It was the diet from the Bible. No one's going to take you seriously except for other delusional people. Anyway, the other thing that I need to mention is that the raw vegan diet causes severe mental imbalances and causes people to become delusional over time. And this is why most of these people start to believe that they're Jesus, and they believe that they're these ultra spiritual beings. Look at, what was that guy? Melanation or Carbon Nation or whatever. Nature Boy or whatever. That guy, I was digging a lot of his stuff. It reminded me a little bit of Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters, but a more extreme version. But he went way off the deep end, and I noticed that's very common with most vegans. They think that they're like Jesus and they're super spiritual. What's really happening is your body's so deficient in fat-soluble nutrients, cholesterol, and other things that it's driving you mad, and your body is basically, you're on the verge of death, and so all these neurochemicals that are associated with passing over start to flood your brain and make you feel like you're super high. At least, I don't really know. I just know that these people go crazy, and that's what it looks like. They look like they're dying, and they're acting absolutely crazy. Homeless people, or actually when people are extremely malnourished, you see this in the homeless and many other people, but especially in homeless people, they start to get delusional and schizophrenic. And they look, these raw vegans look like homeless people over time. And then they start to act similarly to homeless people over time, where they start getting aggressive, like angry at the world, and then others just get super like spaced out and delusional and like super spiritual and like they're seeing God and shit. So definitely be very careful with this. If you're a raw vegan and you're freaking out and this is upsetting you, you really need to be careful, because this is a bad trap. And I did raw veganism for 2 months. I felt great, absolutely great, but then eventually started to feel like I needed something, like I was gonna die. It was pretty bad. After a couple weeks, actually, I started to feel really fucked. And then I went on a cooked vegan diet, Starch Solution, and experienced all sorts of digestive problems. And then eventually I went paleo, and I started to realize exactly how amazing you can feel when you eat enough animal protein. And now I'm like, whoa. But I've come a long ways. I've been researching and experimenting for years now. So please comment down below, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another vegan video and the pros and cons very soon.